Let's give a very warm welcome to Robin Roberts.
Before I wanted to be a comedian, I wanted to be a singer. And I used to dream about being in one of those girl groups from the 60s, like the Marvelettes or the Ronettes. Well, one day I stopped dreaming and formed my own group. 3 middle-class white chicks from the valley, the Sucrettes. And we sang our own songs. My boyfriend's black and I'm gonna be in trouble. It's my bat mitzvah and I'll cry if I want to. He's a rabbi and he'll never ever be any good. Well, one day I went away to summer camp and I came home a folk singer. If you wanted to be a folk singer, what you needed to do is grow your hair long, get a guitar, and you had to learn how to perfect the slap. And I'm going to show you the slap. Michael row the boat ashore. Everybody! Hallelujah! You're beautiful! Michael row the boat ashore. Hallelujah! Just me. Michael, bring me a new guitar. Hallelujah! I put my fist through 3 so far. Hallelujah. You were very good. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well, I soon discovered that folk music was not a lot of fun to sing because it was really depressing. I mean, it was all about mining disasters and labor union strikes and hang down your head, Tom Dooley, and poor boy, you're going to die. Oh. And even the modern folk songs were depressing. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Yeah, that makes me want to go out and open an IRA. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I forgot to pay the electric bill again. I hear the cottonwood whispering on high. Tammy, Tammy, Tammy's a guy. And one of your favorites, Peter, Paul, and Mary. How many roads must a man walk down before they call him a cab? And one of my favorites, Peter, Paul, and Mary Tyler Moore. If I had a hammer, well, I don't. Oh, Rob! Mr. Grant, Rhoda, Ted, Georgette. Well, Don McLean wrote a song in the 70s. It was a modern folk song, and it was really depressing. And it went, Starry, Starry Night. Do you remember that song? Of course, and you all know because you're artsy people who it was about. Vincent Van Gogh. Well, I have my own version of that song, ladies and Gentiles. Because if you know anything about Vincent Van Gogh's life, you'll know it was not a pretty picture. I am a demented painter and I killed myself. Worked so hard I ruined my health. I slaved and starved till I was beyond hope. I lived with Gauguin. I tried to kill him so he ran away. So I cut off my own ear that day. I always found it very hard to cope. I could never understand what they tried to say to me and why I suffered with insanity and why they tried to set me free could not listen. I had just one ear that made it hard to hear. I am a demented painter and I killed myself. My paintings never brought me wealth. I never had a penny to my name. I sponged off my brother Theo. He took care of me, God knows why. All I ever did was make him cry, and I had to die before I could know fame. I could never understand what they tried to say to me. They said, Vincent, eat something. And why I suffered with insanity, and why they tried to set me free. I could not listen. I had just one ear that made it hard to hear. Thank you. Oh. So I'm single and I have no luck with dating. My fortune cookie said you will meet a tall, dark strangler. I've been doing a little online dating. I'm on OkStupid. Have you seen me? Because my picture's up, and had some coffee dates. Never heard from anybody again. But that's okay. Rejection is God's protection, right? We know this. The hell with them. Oh, hello. And if you don't want to date online, there's basically two ways to meet people, and they both stink. The first is blind dates, which are a disaster, or getting fixed up, which is just a blind date with witnesses. I dated an illegal alien for a while, but that was really inconvenient because wherever we went, he rode in the trunk of my car. I tried dating a younger man. We had nothing in common. He was way too young. I asked him where he was when the Berlin Wall came down. He was in amniotic fluid. I was dating a medical student. He was studying to be a gynecologist. It was the first time I'd ever been out with a guy who was actually interested in my period. So I thought that would work. And I think all my dating issues go back to my relationship with my dad. My mother was mean, but my dad just ignored me, which was better because first do no harm, right? My dad was very interested in other people, not his own family. We were out to dinner one time and my mother was choking and I said, Dad, Mom's choking. Tell that waiter to bring her a glass of water. And my dad said, that's not our waiter. So here's a little song about my dad. When my dad died, we put his ashes next to the TV in the den. My mom thought that he'd like to be close to his best friend. In his day, dads didn't parent that much. It was enough just to be the breadwinner. If he wanted to connect with my brother and me, he'd take us all out to dinner. He was a blue-collar guy in a white-collar shirt. In avoiding feelings, he made MVP. If he hadn't kept slipping me cash, I never would have known that he loved me. In World War II, he was stationed in Idaho, went to college to be an aeronautical engineer, ended up selling houses in the valley for over 25 years. He spent more time with my brother. I guess it was easier, 'cause he was a son. With me it was hi, how's it going? Sit down, Bonanza has just begun. He was a blue-collar guy in a white-collar shirt. He loved to watch the NBA. And my TV's running day and night because I've got his DNA. His skills in the kitchen were zero. He once ordered carpeting that made my mom cry. His tastes ran to short-sleeved polyester shirts and a dazzling array of clip-on ties. They say a girl ends up marrying her father. Well, if this is true, why I tremble with fright. 'Cause out there is a man in Kmart shoes who's lining up to be my Mr. Right. He was a blue-collar guy in a white-collar shirt, but he came home each night consistently. And looking at it now, I understand. He ignored me lovingly. My father's actual ties from his extensive tie collection. So I have like 30 more of these. And he used to hang them on a really fancy tie rack in the closet. And I used to open the door and mock him by pointing at the ties and yelling, "Dad, look," and laughing and falling on the floor. And he would laugh too. Now, some of these say like Save On, $1.45. Penny's Towncraft. One of them says Zodi's. See? And Zodi's. And he would wear these to go to work. As like he was in real estate. He would show property in these ties. And he wore short sleeve shirts, polyester shirts, and then the clip-on tie. And he would actually buy his shoes at Kmart. And he had money, he could buy shoes. But he chose to get vinyl shoes at Kmart. And very considerate of others, he would try them on in the store and he would not separate the string. And he would just walk in them like this. Not to cause a problem. Can I sing one more quick song? Oh, bless you all. Thank you. All right, well, I could sing another dating song, or I could sing a song about makeup. I don't know, you're not all jumping at... You want to hear that one? You know, you had to get a little dolled up to come here, and all the women are a little dolled up. And it's, you know, it's like a quarter of our life. Looking in the mirror, plucking things, fixing things, painting things, checking everything, checking from the back. It's a lot of work. So here's a song, right? And here's a song about that. I'm reading Glamour when I should be reading Ms. I am conflicted as to what a woman is. I think I am intelligent, hardworking, and astute. But when I step outside my front door, all I wanna be is cute. It's imprinted on each woman, could be inborn, could be learned, began when the first cave girl saw a cave girl prettier than her. A woman's looks define her. It's not fair, but it's the fact. And to this norm I must conform. It's the feminine social contract. Buying, applying, blending, it's never ending. Plucking, shaving, there's lives I could be saving. Beauty's the pain in the ass. Beauty's the pain in the ass. All women do it. We paint our eyes, we paint our lips, we powder and we curl like it was the apocalypse. We mascara and we gloss until we're pretty as lollipops. Then our date shows up unshaven in a t-shirt and flip-flops. Styling, filing, concealing, what am I feeling? Steaming, waxing, there's no relaxing. Beauty's a pain in the ass. Beauty's a pain in the ass. It's holding me hostage. It's worse than any Ayatollah. For all the time I've spent on beauty, I could have mastered the viola. When we defeated the Taliban, where do you think the Afghan women ran to? Pick up guns and join in the shake-up? No. to get their hair done and put on makeup. Trimming, clipping, my mind is slipping. If I am dating, you know I'm exfoliating. Crimping, curling, my brain is whirling. Beauty's a pain in the ass, beauty's a pain in the ass. But when I take my car to the mechanic, I ain't no dipstick. I get much better service when I put on blush and lipstick.